we have Eva's latest song, Hugsi Bertum Teg, which means in English, Still Just You. It's the official track. It's been out for a while. It's done really well. And I've only just really realized that she dropped this after reacting recently to her other track on the same album. And I'm loving what she's doing at the moment. I think to incorporate a little bit more pop like this track is going to widen that audience even more. Not that she needs it. She's got an underground following throughout the world that just follow her everywhere, and every concert's full, tickets are sparse, and she's one of those artists that doesn't need to be over publicized or needs the media. The media needs her for a story. It's the other way around, because she has literally landed on her feet with doing tunes for films and putting her vocals for different seriouses. Think, of the great Irish songstress from Howth. I don't even know if she lives in Howth anymore. And you understand what I mean. So, Enya. So you just think of that, and that is the league that this woman is in. We need more of what she's got to offer, and today what she's got to offer is a song with a powerful meaning. It revolves around introspection, longing, and a sense of being trapped in one's thoughts. The lyrics depict Eva experiencing sleepless nights haunted by memories and emotions that resurface, leading them to reflect on a specific person or a relationship. Aye, many a sleepless night I've often said I've wasted on a person, and never again, and trust me, never again will that ever happen. But it's on the album N, track 3, and I'm going to sit back and just savor this. I've never heard it in its entirety, so today's the first for me. I've heard clips of it, of course I have. I'm a huge fan. It'd be wrong of me to say I didn't. I've got the translation of the lyrics in English in front of me, and as always, a shout out to Genius Lyrics for that. I've got the, my meaning set up in my head as soon as I start going through them. And now I'm just setting up the song. Let's enjoy.
Svönleysa nóttin nú aftur hér, komin að vitja mér enn eina ferð. Heimleysur langsur, flæmir innan húra gott, fyllir tögnina nú í nótt. Tíminn í hengar og ég hugsi best til heimurinn endar. Men ég hugsi best til larmandi bói og ég gengi inn manna mig hvor vinir ég vil sjá í langa tíð, dansi í nóttinni, tíðin hongur, men enn það bara tú og mínum tankum. Tíminn í
Just magical, isn't it? No matter what she does, it's magical. We're straight into verse 1. The sleepless night is now here again, she says. Come to visit me. Another lonely journey. And it continues, homeless long soul flows in through the doorway, fills the void, now in the night. Times hang, she continues, and I think only of you. The world ends, but I think only of you. Noisy invites, and I enter a crowd of people. Friends I don't. I've had sperm for a long time. Dancing in the night, the period is hungry. But it's still only you in my mind. The times hang, and I think about only you, Bert. Thinking about only you, Bert. Thinking about only you, Bert. Thinking about only you. Short and simple they may be, but there's deep meaning, because the opening lines convey the return of sleepless nights, symbolizing a state of restlessness and emotional turmoil. The mention of someone visiting Eva suggests the presence that impacts their inner world. It evokes the feeling of nostalgia and unfulfilled desires. Now, the imagery that she uses of domestic longing, and I'll try and say the actual word in the original lyrics, as I've had them translated, but we'll go back to the original. And it says, Hemlisse long soul, domestic longing it means, seeping through doorways. That for me adds a sense of intimacy and longing that lingers in the quiet of the night for this person. Now the repetitive phrase, which is the title of the song, Hugsy Bertum Teg, only thinking of you, underscores the central focus of Eva's thoughts on a particular individual, highlighting a deep emotional attachment that transcends time and distance. Now that juxtaposition, because of that, well, of external distractions like social gatherings and the inner turmoil of Eva's thoughts, further emphasizes that constant internal conflict between the desire to move forward and the inability of letting go of the past. Because she said noisy invites, and I enter a crowd of people, friends I don't. I've had sperm for a long time. And dancing in the night, the period is hungry, but it's still only you in my mind, she says. The times hang, and I think only of you, Bert, only of you. Thinking only of you, and that emphasizes that whole point. Overall, Hugsy Bertum Teg captures that bittersweet essence of remnants. And what I feel is it struggles to reconcile the past with the present. There's no reconciliation here in the lyrics. I'm looking through them. No, just a longing and a bittersweet essence of remembering and wanting and longing and desiring again, but not coming to the conclusion that, well, this person obviously is out of their life, and usually you say goodbye, but there's none of that. It serves for me then as a poignant exploration of longing, the memory of enduring power of emotions that shapes our perceptions of the world, in fact. And through evocative imagery and heartfelt reflections, as we've seen in the video there, Eva invites listeners to immerse themselves in her emotional journey of seeking solace and connection amidst the complexities of life. And for that, I can only say it's a journey that never ends. Because whether we like it or not, when we've come through that juxtaposition of eternal distractions, and we somehow emotionally move on to the next step, we have a memory for a reason. And in this particular case, that memory is going to relive, rekindle, rethink, reevaluate, and analyze relationships for the future. The only thing is, for me, is in those heartfelt reflections, will that bring a lot of bitterness towards the next relationship? Because that you can carry a lot of baggage from your last to your present. And what I would say is, if you're seeking solace and connection amid those complexities of emotions, I would say to you, clear the thought process. go to a country, find a place where you can just rest those thoughts in peace. Even if it's the first time you met this person, go to that place. The first time you had a meal with that person, go to that place. Whatever it takes to put things at rest. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself in such a complex situation that you're longing for a rekindling of something that has long gone will adversely affect what doors open in the future relationship wise, because of your inability to let go of the past. So be aware of that, everybody. Thanks for listening. Great song. Looking forward to the next, and as always, I'll review it the best I can. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.